Welcome to The Psychology of Us, the show where we explore the unseen layers of what makes us human. I'm Veronica White, and today we journey into something universal, yet deeply personal. The power of music, memory, and culture to carry us through the life's hardest moments. There is something ancient and sacred about the human voice. It's more than sound, it's connection. And when someone sings in the language of your roots or tells a story in the language of your soul, something awakens. You feel seen, you feel home, even if you are far away from it. Our guest today knows this deeply. Valia is a multilingual artist, interpreter, and community connector. She's lived across continents, performed in 4 languages, and brought joy to audiences from the Sydney Opera House to aged care homes in Melbourne. But her story isn't just about performance, it's about transformation. Over 20 years, she experienced a life-changing accident, one of those moments that breaks you open. And in the silence that followed, she found a new purpose. Through song, service, and cultural connection, she rebuilt not only her voice, but her entire way of living. Today, she shares that voice is a bridge between generations, between cultures, and between the past and the present. Whether she is performing at festival, interpreting in a hospital, or singing to elders in aged care homes, she reminds us that music is more than entertainment. It's medicine, it's memory, it's belonging. In a world that often feels fragmented, where identity clashes and cultures compete, Valia's journey teaches us something powerful, that through music, through language, through empathy, we can cross borders. Not just geographic ones, but emotional ones too. So stay with us, because this isn't just a conversation about music. It's about how we heal, how we connect, and how one woman's voice continues to echo across generations and across continents. This is The Psychology of Us. Our guest today, Valia, is a multilingual artist, interpreter, and cultural events coordinator. Welcome, Valia, to the studio. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for inviting,
Veronica.
Thank
you. And I'd like to tell a little bit about you for our audience. And Valia is a multilingual artist, interpreter, and cultural events coordinator, whose life's work centers around connection through language, music, and community. Original from Bulgaria and now based in Melbourne, she has lived across Greece and Australia, bringing a rich multicultural perspective shaped by resilience, warmth, and creativity. Over 2 decades ago, a serious accident became a profound turning point in Valia's life, shifting her focus towards purpose-driven work and deepening her appreciation for human connection. Since then, she has dedicated herself to sharing culture through music and language. As a solo performer for more than 18 years, Valia has sung at cultural festivals and official events across Australia in Bulgarian, Greek, Russian, and Serbian languages. A highlight of her career was performing at the Sydney Opera House in 2008 with Martenitsa Choir, supporting world-renowned musician Goran Bregovic. In addition to her solo performance, Valia has sung with a number of multicultural choirs and ensembles, including Sydney's Martenitsa and Orpheus Greek, Melbourne's Florinian Greek Choir, the Serbian group Prelo, the Bosnian choir Sevdalinka, and the Footscray Gypsy Orchestra, each enriching her musical journey with diverse traditions and harmonies. She has also performed multiple times at the Gold Coast Arts Centre and the Bulgarian Embassy in Canberra for National Day celebrations, and at multicultural festivals through Sydney, Melbourne, Gold Coast, and Canberra. Since March 2025, Valia has been performing monthly as a volunteer alongside fellow musicians at the 3 Greek aged care facilities in Melbourne, bringing joy, connection, and cultural pride to elderly residents. Valia has also visited Government House as part of her efforts to promote and preserve Bulgarian folklore in Australia, proudly representing her heritage and contributing to the country's rich multicultural fabric. Fluent in Bulgarian, Greek, Russian, and English, Valia works as a professional interpreter and holds qualifications in tourism, events, and hospitality. Her life and work reflects a deep commitment to cross-cultural understanding, healing through the arts, and honoring heritage through service. Valia, that's incredible achievements. It took me a while to go through them, and I know there are so many more, but we just try to, concentrate on few. So, and to start the conversation, I'd like to ask you, you've lived in so many places like Bulgaria, Greece, and now Australia, and how these places shaped your identity, perhaps?
This question was asked to me also from the Greek editor of Neos Cosmos, and I will give the same answer because I do believe that from each of these nationalities, I'm taking the very best.
Mm. You're taking the very best from each nationality.
Yes, because I have 3 nationalities. Yes.
Right, so that's how you feel and your identity formed,
Yes,
fused.
yes.
So you experienced life-changing accident 20 years ago, and that changed your perspective on many things. If you could, what did it change in you and your perspective?
This is a very good question, Veronica. Before the accident, I used to complain. I used to be dissatisfied with simple things. And believe me, it was meant this accident to happen. So I changed, and I changed, I think, in a positive way. I started to appreciate simple daily things, and I started to be very grateful for each day because each day is a present.
That's very nice to hear. Sometimes we just miss the opportunity to enjoy everyday
Exactly.
life.
Yes, we are so rushing, and we forgot very simple things and pleasures.
Yeah.
Yes.
And how did you come to that realization? Was it all of a sudden you realized it, or while you were recovering? How did that happen?
I was lying in bed 24/7 for nearly 3 months. I was even not able to stand up. And because before the accident I was singing already, I start in my bed every day singing. And this gives me so much joy and so much courage to pass all these difficult times because the pain was unbearable.
So singing actually helped you to go through that physical pain.
Definitely, Veronica. And I say this to all my friends and people who sometimes are in difficult situations.
Yes. And how was the hospital? Did they like you singing? Did they come to the concerts?
Thanks God, I was in a very good public hospital in Sydney, and I was in a single room.
Okay. I'm sure all the staff would love to hear that and come to free concerts in between. That's wonderful. Okay, so the music, gave you that strength to go through that life-changing event.
100%.
Yeah, okay. You're watching Psychology of Us. Thank you, and see you after a short break. Welcome back to the Psychology of Us. So you've been performing across Australia for nearly 2 decades. What does singing in multiple languages mean to you?
Most of us have come from different parts of the world, and we are far away from homeland. So when you can sing to the person in his own language, it's much more sensible and deep to him and touch his heart much more easy. So especially because I speak fluent Greek and fluent Bulgarian and Russian and a bit of Serbian, I perform in these languages so I can give even more joy with the songs that I perform.
I most definitely can acknowledge that songs are so important, being myself, from another country here, when I hear some song in my language, it brings me back home.
Yes.
Sometimes you feel that nostalgia, you just really want to, just to feel that moment when you're far from family.
Especially now when I'm volunteering in the Greek nursing homes, and I see these people which are already 50, 60 years in Australia, when they hear the songs they used to hear in their homeland Greece when they were 15 or 20, they are with tears.
Yeah, definitely. It brings back memories straight away. And those times when they were young or experienced something amazing in their life. That's wonderful that you volunteer and help people in order to...
Yeah, I sing with a fabulous band of 4 volunteers. We perform only Greek songs because these residents are Greek speaking.
Greek speaking.
Yes.
So you sing and volunteer in Greek, but I know you've been performing at really large Greek festivals, and you shared that it's one of the biggest newspapers, and you had the full front coverage about your Greek.
Yes, last year in June, they write about me all this article, and
Yes.
I'm very grateful. Inside, you can see also a picture from the Greek festival Antipodes, which is every year the last weekend of February. And it attracts about 150,000 people in the
150,000?
weekend. Yes.
Amazing.
Yes,
It's a great
it is the
turnout.
biggest Greek festival outside of Greece.
Okay.
I perform there every year, the last 4 years, songs from the famous Greek composer Mikis Theodorakis, the author of Zorba the Greek.
Yes, this one, isn't it? That's the picture.
Yes, this is the picture that you're showing is a photo of his CD in Bulgaria long time ago, and this was my first Greek song which I learned when I was 8 years old.
Wow. Okay.
And it is how I start having interest singing in Greek, and I learned Greek language later.
That's amazing. You just had
Yes.
interest in some language and learned
Yes,
it. That's a great
yes.
achievement.
I started learning Russian and English at the age of 7, and Greek at the age of 14.
We're very talented.
Yes, thank you.
And you have picture here also from Sydney Opera House. And what was it like performing there with...
Oh, it was a very big experience. This
Yes,
is the
that one.
Yes, you have to open the newspaper. This is Martenitsa Choir, 15-16 ladies, with our musical director Mara Kirk, which is from Melbourne. But Sydney Choir Martenitsa is based in Sydney. And to perform in front of nearly 3,000 people was a big experience. My legs were shaking. But thanks God, I made it, and we all made it. We had a very nice performance, and there was so big demand for the concert of Goran Bregovic that they made a second concert 2 days later. So we performed one more time.
Oh, that's,
Yes.
that's incredible, right in the
Yes.
spot.
Yes,
So-
Goran Bregovic is very famous in Australia.
I love the pictures of your outfits as well. It seems like you were wearing something for each culture. Is that...
Yes, yes. Not for each for each cultures, but I try to be in the right format.
That's very nice. That's very lovely. Thank you for sharing. And Valia, that brings us to our next question. As an interpreter and culture coordinator, you're always building bridges. And what have you learned about human connection across cultures?
This is a very good question. What I've learned, I think I still have to learn, is to put ourselves on the perspective of the other person, especially when we are talking with people from another religion. We have so different way of thinking and so different traditions and habits. So to understand this person, we have to put our foot in his shoe.
Especially living in Australia, and there's so many people from different cultures.
We lived in such a diverse, culturally diverse community, one of the most diverse in the world after Toronto.
After Toronto. That's good to know.
Yes, I
Okay.
Google it.
Right. That's interesting. And then when we speak, what you're saying is the culture and music can give us that window of understanding each other.
Yes, definitely. Yes, yes. There are so many multicultural festivals, and um, I'm a member of Multicultural Art Victoria. Uh,
Yeah.
I'm always in this spirit.
Definitely you are, and it has been over so many years.
Yes.
Okay, and what makes you feel most connected to yourself, your heritage, and to others?
I think the last one, to others, because I think I am very much a people's person. When I was young, I finished Polytechnic and I became mechanical engineer. And later I understand that this is not me.
Very different. Definitely.
And later I had the possibility to study something completely different. I study hotel management, I study cultural tourism, I study convention management, I study meetings and events here in Australia. That's me.
Yeah, so it's very diverse.
I'm the person that has to be with people. Yes.
And in this, you said that you studied and worked in so many industries. So you keep searching for yourself and going through different stages in life. And you worked on the cruise ship as well. And visited over 35 countries.
I worked for a very, very big cruise company. When I worked for the company, her name was Chandris Line, that brings immigrants to Australia in the 70s. I saw this in the Immigration Museum in Sydney. And now it's called Celebrity Cruises. It is one of the biggest cruise lines in the world. Yes, I'm very grateful I had the experience to work, even not for many years, but I had the chance to work and to visit many countries and to connect many bridges.
Definitely. It sounds like you've been always, in this environment and great connector between people.
Yes.
We'll be back after the break. Welcome back to the Psychology of Us. I'd like to go back, Valia, to that changing point, and I'd like to ask you if somebody else going through some challenge in their life, like a change in their life, and what would you want them to hear from your story?
I would like to say something that I hear this proverb here in Australia. When life gives you lemon, make a lemonade. So after I had this horrible accident, instead of coming to an end, I decided to continue something more and more, like singing in more languages, in a different genre, and make from the lemon lemonade.
Yeah, definitely. What I'm hearing is you always could make choices for yourself. You said that you were a mechanical engineer and then you searched for yourself and you worked with people, connecting people and cultures. And here as well, you made your choice after the accident, which you could have made a different choice and go, I guess, downhill. But you chose to do something else, move forward and even expand your horizons. How did you do that?
Oh, just see the cup half full, not half empty.
Okay. The cup half full, not half empty.
Yes, yes.
So that's positive attitude.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. And so that half full cup should be full of lemonade.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay. And
so, especially with music, this is much easier because music, as you say, is a medicine, brings joy, brings happiness.
Yes. So it's important to have something like what you love when you're recovering or going through a challenge, not just physical help as a medical help, but mental medicine is.
Yes. Yeah. It is even more important. Yes.
And what still gives you joy and purpose today moving forward?
Small challenges, like I'll give you an example. Where I go to the nursing homes, some of the residents are from Cyprus. And in Cyprus, they speak in a dialect, in a Greek, in Greek language, but a dialect. So I decided to perform for them in Cyprus dialect.
Okay.
And the last song I learned, it was 2 weeks ago, and I performed in Temple Stove in the aged care facilities. It was a very famous Cyprus song in Cyprus dialect.
Amazing. So you're constantly evolving and learning something new.
Yes, always, always, always.
that
And I
keeps-
will.
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
And your mental state, I guess, it keeps you young.
Yes, yes, definitely. And I would suggest this to all our listeners at this
Yes.
moment.
That would be interesting because I
To
believe
keep
sometimes
learning whatever they like. Just to go on, not to stay on one place.
that's right.
Yeah.
And, some people, reaching certain age, they stop learning and stop, I guess, having taste for life. And you are the opposite, and I guess the walking example that
Yes, I am example because I'm over 60.
Yes.
And as you say, in this stage, many people start doing their jobs, their hobbies, and they just wait maybe to become from 60, 75, I don't know. But many of them, I believe, go to different universities, some kind of universities that are for aged people. And they learn languages, they learn how to dance tango or how to cook Japanese.
so learning something
Yes,
new, keep your
something new,
interests.
something new, yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. I believe that's very valuable advice for our audience, and hopefully they will keep learning, keep evolving, and do what they like.
And next time you have here a glass of lemonade.
Yes, I will, definitely.
Thank you, Veronica. Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Thank you so much. What we've heard today is more than a story about music or performance. It's a reminder of the invisible threads that hold us together. Culture, memory, language, kindness. The human voice has the power to carry sorrow and joy at the same time. And Valia has shown us what it means to carry both with grace. She could have let the accident define her as an end. Instead, she made it a beginning, a turning point towards something more meaningful, more generous, and more connected. Her songs are not just melodies, they are bridges between generations, between people, between the past and the future. And perhaps that's what healing really looks like, not erasing what broke us, but finding new ways to be whole again, in the company of others. So whether you're navigating grief, rediscovering your roots, or simply trying to find your voice in a noisy world, may this conversation remind you you're not alone, your story matters, and someone, somewhere, needs to hear your voice, just as we needed today to hear Valia's voice. Thank you for being with us on The Psychology of Us. Until next time, stay connected and keep listening.